Good afternoon, people. It's that time. It's that time, isn't it? Good afternoon, people. Everything's all working from my end, so we are good to go. So, welcome along, everyone, to my live YouTube stream. My name's Danny C. So let's get down to business, shall we? So, for today's menu, I'm going to be providing you my perspective of round 2 of the Gran Turismo World Series Nations Cup, and most of all, I hope everyone is good, and I hope everyone is well. So let's get straight to it then. So, good afternoon, Handy Pint. Welcome along, buddy. Hope you're well. So, I'm going to take you down to sport mode and give you all the details with what's happening with the second round of the Gran Turismo World Series, and we are off to the Red Bull Ring in Austria. So, and apparently we're in for a wet one. So that is really going to be an exciting one for sure. So just to go through all the details with what's what to for this race. So what's going to be happening is that there's a 28 lap race with 5 minutes qualification with the tyre wear set to 3 times on tyre wear, whereas the fuel no problem at all because the fuel is just set to times 1. You can use whatever tyres you want, whether it's racing mediums, racing softs, intermediates, or wet tyres. And the only thing you can change is the brake balance. So obviously, that we'll have done a lap time from the other day. As crazy it sounds, I literally had just to wait very much like 55, 70 minutes or something just to get myself not only with a 1:27.6, knowing so well that my time is exposed. Not only that, literally, I was P2 at one stage. Yeah, I was literally P2 at one stage, and that was on Wednesday. Literally just after the almost I think. All the Thursday when I've done a hot lap and having to wait like 55 minutes because the track gets bone dry an hour later from the moment you get into the game. So and then on a Friday our P4. Recently I looked at our P17 and then so I'm in literally in good hands, be the top Brit, literally the top British driver, on this upcoming round, and so this is just mental with with having got the best out of myself, whilst using the pad, and to be what was it 5 tenths off that person got to 26.6, and his times are not showing up, so because there's no replay of it. Naturally, you're supposed to get the lap times are automatically published by the game, but for some reason it don't for some. But yeah, it's nice to see myself being a top British driver, just to literally put in a wicked lap time, and then you look at the other times. In the top 100. To 28, 28.5. So 28.5 is obviously where you need to be in the top 100 if you're that bothered, or you're free to wait 55, 60 minutes to get a time. But what really matters the most is that you want to get the consistency together, on the wet weather tire. So having saw on the YouTube channel about how that person went in the other side of the planet, that it's a wet track and then it just gets bone dry towards the end. So which of course strategy is going to be a key factor, as to it's like a guessing game as to about who's going on what, and do you know what I mean? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some practice on board. So I'm not going to be waiting silly 55 minutes or something just to get a solid lap in, because there's literally no chance of getting a solid lap in literally that. So what I'll do I'll just get some wet weather tyres on, try the intermediates, see how I feel from there. So you can see the on the bar on the bottom left that there's torrential rain to start off with. So you can see all the scatter patterns on the weather radar. So you could use any GR3 car you want. So it's just depending which car you feel comfortable with, in all honesty. So bit wide there. So it's a 43.9 on the Inter. So if I go into the wets, then because I'm gonna come out of this and do the 2 o'clock slot. So there we go. Enter with your current car. There we go. A bit of free practice there. So I try go on the heavy wets, because what I'm thinking as well is that having seeing them how the races are pan out, like courtesy of Omega, for those who follow him. He obviously is from Australia, and therefore that because I'm from the European region. So therefore, I get to know beforehand as to what strategy can I do also. So I did a 43.9, haven't I? A bit of oversteer coming into the second to last corner. I had to lift off just a touch to avoid getting detected for track limits. No, it's because what it is that when you say, like, if you go to the racing stuff, for example, and don't do anything for 55 minutes, like what I did was put up my YouTube on my just to watch videos, or even put Squid Games on, for example, and then just do an episode and then see how the track conditions are. So obviously that so basically that there's been people like myself who have been waiting 55, 70 minutes or something just to wait for the track to be completely bone dry and get a quick lap in. So the key really is just like to get the feel from the current wet weather conditions to how it's going to pan out later on when the track gets a bit dry towards the end of the race. So at first, as you can see, it's going to be tricky for those of us who wish to be brave about to go into the intermediates. But then again, you just want to keep your nose clean. So like if I come out of this fast lap when I've done navigating my way through the last two corners, never mind. So if you look at that person which I've just seen that has done a 26.6, whereas rest of them, like myself for example, in P18 of the world, and the top British driver also, and then for some reason that my fast lap time has been exposed automatically because of the game. Yeah, that's what I did. That's what I did. I just watch YouTube videos or something, or even watch Squid Games, and then so that's what I've been doing, just to wait for the track to be bone dry, unless people could please themselves to just get some laps in, like, and until eventually that they're gonna have to change the oil, having done that many laps around the track. So whilst I am here, I'm just going to take a screenshot of that, because you never know if I'll make it into that end of the global ranking, because that is a rarity. You see what I mean? And even our friend Indian Stig has waited like 55 centimeters or so just for the track to get bone dry, and rest of them must have done some wet weather tyres, wet weather running, as well as intermediate tyre running. So in that case, I'm gonna get onto the intermediates, have another go. And then since I've done a quick lap on that Thursday, I've not done it since then, because why do I even bother? Why do I even bother? Like, wait another 55 minutes or something just to get a fast lap about in the bone dry, just to see myself in the top 100, which is not every day you see my name up there. But where does that put me along with 15 other drivers in that lobby I'll be putting? That is an interesting thing I am yet to discover in over 7 minutes. I'm gonna stay out of it. Because you never know what goes off. So I'll just not say anything other than just get exposed by somebody who says that, oh, I put in a wicked lap time. So but yeah, it's so last time out, we were in the GR2s, which obviously turned into a Honda and SX GR2 Fest, all in one lobby at Sardegna. So started P10 and then finished P6 about on that occasion. So some momentum to take from going on to the next race of whatever this motor race has to offer. So started off as proper wet. So it'll be interesting to see like who's going to be on inters or wets. Knowing so well that having looked like about how the Australian person went in their Nations Cup race, then it just gives me an idea as to how the race is going to pan out also. So therefore I just got to plan ahead, well, not without thinking too much. So you just so I'll just take it one lap as it comes, and then because you never know that there might be somebody who'd be trying to doing the same idea as me, what I'm planning on doing, but yes, Skins, welcome along, buddy. Hope you're well. Yep, it's a wet one. It's a wet one. It might not be as quick as the 1:27.6 of I were doing, which as silly as it sounds, it's I've literally waited 55, 60 minutes of it just for the track to be bone dry, so that I can get a good lap in, and you will see like my appearance in the top 100. So if you look up, and I'm not even far off about the Argentine who's did a 1:26.6 in the Supra. What are you saying? I'm gonna get spanked. Oh, I don't know about that, but so regardless of it, as long as I finish in the top 8, which increases my DR, that'll do me. That's my objective. So, but then again, it's just need to keep my nose clean and stay out of trouble, and yeah. Get one more lap in. You're interested to see how many goats are in my lobby. That's what I'm about to find out as well. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna go for a toilet break, and then get down to. Gone back. Copy pint. Yeah, better safe than sorry for sure. Knowing so well that like when the tires will when it gets to that point where the track gets dry towards the end of the race, then you're just gonna have to search for some wet patches. So good luck everyone to those that participate in the first lot, and don't worry if the result hasn't gone your way, because there's always another chance there for sure. So Sammy Snake Racing, and we've got and we've got Jerome as well. So a couple of familiar faces I know of who are in the lobby. So let's go and say hello to these two. So let's have a look. 315 points up for grabs for a race win. And if you wish to finish at least 8th, then 223 points is on the board. So, and we've got Dustin as well. That's our friend Dustin, who's in as well. Didn't see him there as well. So I've got 3 people who I know who are on the around that lobby. Yeah, there's no world finalist in there as far as I'm concerned. That Dustin's the one who I met in the Nations Cup race from last time out. So and then we've got Sammy Snake who I raced with in the Nations Cup race as well. Not Nations Cup, Manufacturers Cup over at Fuji. Notably with myself winning that race and Sammy going on to finish 3rd on that occasion. Thanks, Andy Pint. And for those who don't know Sammy Snake Racing, he has a channel for those who'd like to go and check him out. He's live right now from his perspective. So, and I also know Sam myself from the powerlifting days from a few years ago. Believe it or not, that I've known him for nearly 7 years or something. For when I first did a powerlifting contest, it's taking me back to so many memories, of course, about having literally, just lifted the heaviest I could possibly go for my weight, and he did the same also. And nowadays he's one of the fastest aliens out there on GT7. And nope, you gotta go. So I've got some quality times in. Not an ideal start of the next lap also, but see what lap time does that put me. P8, but there's room for improvement for sure. Well, someone's left. Come on, let's go. Let's go. P6 would do. So we've got Sammy Snake on pole, so it's majority of the field of in the top 9 are literally in the Ferrari, which I find interesting. Whew. All to play for. So one person's left, having had a bad quali. There we go. So, it's best to be safe than sorry to start on the. I'm not going to say it because I know that there'll be people watching, unless someone are watching that just like to have a little nosy, you know what I mean? So. So where's Dustin? Dustin's in P8, another one of the Ferraris. Let's get down to business and do the talking on the track, shall we? We go again. So here we have a Ferrari 1, 2, 3, 4. As we've got Sammy Snake on pole position with the number 13. And then we've got the Norwegian on the front row as well. And we've got Jerome representing Netherlands. We've got Kay from Africa. And there's myself in the Porsche, number 14. And there's Dustin with the anime characters on the side. The engine notes rising to the top. Pipe balance set to 2. So, first things first, just to keep nose clean, stay out of trouble. And once I get into the flow, then I'll build the rhythm from there. Good luck, everyone. You see the Austrian flags flying across Spielberg. Off to a flyer there. I don't know, old switcheroo there. The Genesis is struggling out of the corners. We're up into P5. Sammy Snake's disappearing off to the distance as it seems. And Cyberman able to send one on the inside and retake the position. So I've got Cybermen all over this place. So the battle for P3 is heating up nicely. Got Dustin behind as well. So this is turning into a 5-way fight for the podium as it's so far. Can I? I thought about it, but now. Will I get a penalty having gone wide enough to avoid No, is the answer. Retaking 6th place. Yeah, it's a no-no for sure. Braking on the wet curbs. Well, going 3 wide. So I've got a bit of a gap behind me, so something's happened. But eyes are always forward with what's going off on the track also. So I'm getting closer to Dustin for P5. And the battle for P3s are heating up between the pair of them. And Cyberman in the Genesis are hanging on well for P3. Oh, Jerome's gone wide there. Jerome's gone wide. So this is still a four-way fight for the podium, where you got Sammy Stake and the Norwegian are running away with first and second. Right up the bumper of Dustin. Come on, let's have him. Had to mount up the curb there, give him enough racing room. Oh, he's lost it, Dustin. We're up into P5. He felt the pressure. Next up, Jerome. Getting closer. Getting closer to the top three. Yes, Doc. Welcome along, my friend. I hope you're well. Started P6. And I'm in contention for a podium, as you can see. Whereas these two are squabbling over P3. Oh, Genesis all over. Let's hope so. I'm just keeping the car on the road, which is one thing, and following another. And Jerome's making a move on the Cyberman. So it's over to me if I can overtake Cyberman for P4. And then I just got to keep following Jerome. Dust is caught up behind me as well. Never mind. He's got the... Maybe. Don't touch him, don't touch it. Maybe an opportunity to retake P5. And he's going to get back at me. Maybe not. Oh, bit too deep there. And we go again for take 3. And he's got a fantastic drive out of that corner, I'll give it to him. Is he going to cover the... How about that for around the outside? He's still there, he's still there. Let's go, let's go. Looks like we're starting to get to a point where the track becomes bone dry. Yeah. Unless these two trip over each other. But a lot can happen for sure. Well, I seem to be like about gaining a couple of tenths. I feel on the pair of them up front. Feels like I'm catching up even more now. I don't know what is it with me, if it's just like, well, trying to be cautious, or is it just me like, well, being a bit nice, or is it a skill issue, or... But where we are right now, we're halfway through the race, and so there's still some more points up for grabs. Yep, the sun is coming out. Just need to stay on the wet stuff for as much as possible. Oh, bloody hell. Almost lost it. Almost did a Max Verstappen there in Abu Dhabi 24 when he just got the completed lap somehow and almost crashed it here while pushing the car like it's not on rails. We're almost there. Oh, this is... Oh. They think now's the time to pit for some dry tyres? Now's the time to push. Because it's Tennessee time. Fast lap. Let's get a fast lap in. The leader is in. The leader's in for some slicks. Fuel is not a problem. sticky soft tyres, and it's going to be tricky to get out to the pit exit and keep it within the white lines, because what you don't want to be doing is go over the white line and end up with a 3-second penalty. Come on, come on. Okay, so these two are on their own race, and I managed to do the undercut, or the overcut, I should say. That's the plan. If I keep it on the track, I'll be in good shape. Come on! I know you raised the position, but Jesus! He's staying out for another lap! Is it, oh, he's defending. Now's my chance. There we go. There we go. Just had to take my time, be patient, and we're up into P3. And Cyberman's not far off me as well, as he managed to get through as well. Can hear that Genesis right behind me. And we're both setting fast laps as well. But there's not really much time left. But I can see P2 up the road. Oh, come on. Every lap is an adventure. Let's see how brave you are. Oh, he's not gonna go for it, is he? He thought wise to it. Oh. Two laps to go. 2 laps to go. Oh no, that's the second place driver. Oh, this is agony towards the end of the motor race. But we're up into P2. Oh, a bit of contact, I felt. Steady on, sunshine. We're in the podium together. Don't do anything silly. He has pitted, Sam. Right, last lap. Let's do this. Let's get a 1-2 for the Brits. Oh, he's gonna try the overtake on the wet, is he? No. He lives to fight for another day. Oh, he's not gonna. Oh, he went deep. He went deep. It was risky. And Sammy Snake takes the win. Well done, buddy. And Danny C from my end, having started P6, got it into a venture on my own, having been in contention for most of the time, at least third place. I'm just about to come home in P2. So it's a British 1-2 for two different manufacturers. Sammy Snake in the Ferrari, and there's myself in P2. I'll take it. I'll take it. GG's, everyone. GG's. Ah, that was close. Ah.
Alright, I'm back. Snakes in the chat. I want to get loads of snakes in the chat. Eliminations called celebration snake dance. Snakes, loads of snakes, please. Here we go. Here we go. Loads of snakes. Snakes in the chat. Snakes in the chat. Snakes in the chat. Snakes in the chat. Snakes in the chat.
That was wicked. Yes, Dustin. GG's to you, my friend, and well done for today. And GG's to you as well. Thanks, Nock. Appreciate it a lot. Got the replay saved and the increase of DR, so I've got 302 points. So I'll take it. I'm happy with that. So let's go and say congrats to those. Dustin's left. So so it was good, definitely, and looking back from when we finished on the podium together, like me and Sammy in the Manufacturers Cup race, and I won that one, and he came in third. So this time around, and here we are in 2025, you have Sammy Snake like about literally winning the race, and there's myself in the P2 in the Porsche, which obviously that's about a lot of positives to try and hold on to. So unlucky to some that was looking in contention, but then lost out on some opportunities, and there's only 3 people who DNF'd me. So yeah, we'll grab the replay and let's have a look as to how that race went in the video. So next race is obviously on a Wednesday. That is in the Suzuki Cappuccino in the Michelin Raceway Road Atlanta. So no idea what to expect from that one. So let's have a look in friends rankings. So I've got Vuk on the top. So once I get into more points out of the board, then yeah, that's yeah. We've got Vuk, Super GT, Justin Thunders, and Rory Alexander. So there'll be a massive update with a load of drivers that'll be doing the second round whenever they can. So I'm happy with that. So let's have a look at the replay. Pardon me. So there I was in P6. So I was on the wet tyres. What's everyone else is on? Everyone behind me on the wets. So that just makes things even Stevens. However, I am really intrigued to see the Spaniard on the intermediate. So that is, as far as I'm concerned, that the Spaniard is the only driver in this lobby to start on the intermediates. That's pretty brave, I'll say the least. So there I got a switcheroo on the South African, straight up to P5. And then he sent one into the inside, and then I was just playing like the safer spot, you know, just to keep my nose clean, stay away from people's messes. So you can see the torrential rain through the first lap, and everyone's just on an adventure. Then you see these two going side by side, and then Jerome obviously hanging it around the outside, and then Kay's sticking with it. And he sent one on around the outside, and then a look at Sammy Snakeby. He's disappeared off into the distance in a red Ferrari look. It's like he's just like ripping up the competition, but also having previously done a lot of bodybuilding as well as the powerlifting, and of course driving the nuts out of every car that he can drive him on GT7. So, did I miss anything? Okay, so we want to see how the Spaniard was getting on, which the Spaniard was obviously went wide there and is about to get overtaken by K. And I had no idea what everyone else is in. Yes, Sammy! Thank you very much, buddy, and I really appreciate it, and well done to you on the race win as well. It's nice of it to get a 1-2, like, you know, from our end also. And it turns out the Brits might love the wet weather. Who knows whether it's a thing or I don't know. It's I mean, everyone has their own qualities with the wet weather driving, so it's yeah, I mean. So we've got Dustin going side by side along with the Spaniard. So I just had to hang it around just a touch, and I had somebody sticking the nose up on the right hand side. RBS 888. So that is the overtake where I was able to get retake P6. He went wide, I had the drive, sent one in the inside, clean as you like. So I'm really interested to see what happened to the Spaniard. I don't know if it's this lap or the next lap where there's been a bit of carnage. Yeah. Oh, that is... Yeah, that is just diabolical from my eyes. So what happened there is that you see his steering input. He had a car on the right hand side that was trying to send one in. He steered one onto the left, braked just a little later. He just braked just like about there between 125 around the 125 meters, just before the 100-meter board. Whereas the Spaniard, in the other hand, he's there on the intermediates, and then he was on the wets, and there's another one alongside. It just turned in. That's just diabolical. And how did he manage to not get any car damage? But I don't know, unless it's the game itself. And you can see the Italian vented in frustration that the Spaniard, who got front bumper damage, front right suspension damage. It was unfortunate to see what happened there, but it's one of those things. you try too hard sometimes, and then you mess yourself up. And so I've retaken P5 from Dustin, and I was just about to catch up to Jerome, whereas these two are busy. So there we want to see like the great battle between myself and Dustin. This is thing, yeah, that so it's one of those things where you just you either just brave it out or you don't. And obviously what happened was that he just like tried to like give him some racing room, whereas the other person on the right was about to send it on the inside, but it didn't. So therefore that there was nothing much about he could have done other than just brake a lot earlier, so that he doesn't get the Spaniard doesn't get sandwiched between the two drivers heading up to T1. So then I thought I was wise to it, because I could get an exit, sort of an exit, but Dusty was able to retake P5. So I want to see. It's not this lap. Well, I did the overtake around the outside in this section. So this was, of course, getting closer to halfway mark. Obviously, step on the inside. A little bit of a nudge there. I had no damage somehow. Yeah, no damage as well. Yeah, that's what I'd noticed as well with the Ferrari being good in turn 2, but then it's a bit of an unknown venture, you know what I mean? So, which in all honesty, that Dustin thought wise to it, and I went a bit deep there, got a bit of a drive somehow. Okay, so this is when I went a bit deep in that corner, whereas these two were continuing to squabble for P3. So I went deep there. Dustin retakes the position like that, and then this is the moment where I'm about. Nope. I fought twice, and then I choose to fight for another day. Whereas Jerome and Kay were literally squabbling over for position. And then there's also the Norwegian Rise in a world of his own, and Sammy Snakes just running away from the lot of them. So minimal throttle input, half throttle. And I got a good drive out of that corner once more to try and retake the position for the third time or something. And there we go. Haven't I? Done it this time, but then Dustin able to get the switch back. Side by side between the British driver and the German driver. Who's going to be last on the brakes? It has to be me in the Porsche, late on the brakes, wide into the corner, and a good drive as well. And Dustin able to get traction out to turn 2, as Nokula mentioned, that the Ferrari is good out to turn 2. And then I thought, what can I do in this lap? Do I send it on the inside? Nope. I've left him enough space. Just trying to keep it on the road as straight as possible while turning around the corner. Gone a bit sideways for a moment. And that, of course, around the outside, enough racing room, kept it within the white lines. And that, of course, was cool, calm, collected, and clinical. And you know what? From your karting days, no matter what skill or what background you're from, anybody can do it. Anybody can do that. So we want to get into later on this race. Well, I was starting to catch up with the pair of them up front whilst battling for P3. So you can see the dry line forming up nicely. You can see the dry line forming up nicely. And then Jerome takes P3 somehow. And I'm just continuing to build the momentum, as is Dustin, who I'm not ruling out of the equation as well, because he's there or thereabouts, and everyone else is just literally nowhere. And that is Sammy Snake, who has managed to lap one car. So you can see two of them side by side, and I didn't even notice them until that very moment. Jerome had indicator on, so he was letting Kay know that he was coming into the mix, and then Kay followed him. And that means that I have to stay out for another lap to try avoid avoid tripping over them, a lot of them. So I had to get a fast in-lap in before I come into the pits. And I had Dustin for company as well, who also followed my tactic. So it's getting to that stage where Sammy Snake somehow comes into the pits, having been on the wet since the beginning of the race. Thanks a lot, Pint. And it didn't really matter to him anyway, because he's comfortably leading, so he can please himself to come across the line, go across the white line, to get a 3-second penalty, just to get onto the dry line as soon as possible. Now that guy obviously, so you see myself and Dustin went to the pits a lap later than both Jerome and Kay. So Kay was able to keep it on the track, so Jerome must have had a moment somewhere, unfortunately. He didn't pit like him until he got to around lap 24-ish. I could be wrong from the top of my head, but so what we're doing is that I came across these two people who stayed on to the wets. That guy has got rear bumper damage, and the Aston Martin driver hasn't. So that's that I had to be sure that I'd be patient whilst I got Kay right behind me in for company. So we're not just about to lap these people. They're in for a position, having stayed out to the wets for much longer. So Rise eventually managed to pit for dry tyres. Oh no, what's he got on? He's got. I thought for a moment that he got to race intermediates on, but now he's got to racing softs. He got racing softs. So he did well to avoid the crossing the white line, so that he don't get slapped with a 3-second penalty, as did Sam, where he didn't even care with a comfortable lead he had, you know, just to go across that white line whilst leading comfortably, just so that you can get onto the dry line as soon as possible from the moment you come out of the pits. So the Italians come into the pits, and I was looking to make GTWS made a defensive move, and then he's gone deep, And now was my chance. And so too was Cyberman, who managed to take the place as well. So it was a battle for P3 for a good few laps somehow. And it was literally harassing me. And I'm just like, okay, you've done this before, keep it together. And if you don't get, if you get hit but from behind, you know, just don't worry. You can do this. You've done it before. There's no need to go on about how good you were, like you had to do it again and again and again. Better than ever. With the challenges that you're facing. So therefore that it was turning into like what was becoming a much heated battle for P3 long into this motor race. So you look at him, he's all over me. He's hungry. He wants that third place. And he thought wise to it. And I was a bit late on the brakes, and then the braking inputs just didn't use the full brakes. You can see that that turbo kicking in. He was going for the overtake, and I thought, nope. So I clipped the curb like it kicked up a bit of water, and I went, have that. Have a bit of water on your windscreen, pal. Well, there's a helicopter up the mountains. The Styrian Mountains. So he's got to right up to my bumper there. Literally up to the bumper. And I was braking up to my marker spot. Literally, you see there, that probably like not the best of a time like sometimes, but that is about as close as you can get to literally harass me long enough. And I was, yes, knock. I was gaining him by 2 second lap at one stage, and then it becomes didn't need to press that. So we're getting into... So I was setting purples one sector after sector. And then Sammy would just gain a 32 4, 32.5 or something. And then you also have Rise, who are just literally struggling. And he went off somewhere in lap 23. Let's go and have a look and see what he's been doing. What led him to have made a mistake. Oh, okay, so what happened to him and how he lost more time is he went too deep, and when you clip on that piece of water on dry tires, then you know you're screwed. And that's what left him to have some water on his tires. So I was just about to... So he went a bit wide there. Might have gained a track limit violation penalty, but... See what happens. He might get away with it, but I might be wrong. No is the answer. So going back to what was it, lap 26, where we were continuing to battle on for what was P3 at the time. Oh, and you see, he said one on the inside. Oh, I must have went a bit wide there, and then he had a good drive about out of turn 2, and literally, anybody brave enough to go on onto the wet stuff whilst the track was continuing drying up. This person was brave. And you can see the intensity that he was getting whilst trying to get the move done. Was I was trying to keep it on the road to the best I can and as safe as possible. And you can see the Ferrari up front, the Norwegian. And then look at him, he's doing it again. He looks to be he wants to get the move done. He wants to get the move done, but not this time. Maybe the next time. So we're into the penultimate lap, and what you're about to see is the cruelty in motorsport. Ah, that is so unlucky. Just when you thought he had P2 in him, but unfortunately it was not meant to be. Having gone over the curbs as well as the sausage curb on the wet stuff, that's the last thing you want to be doing. And poor bloke, it was looking so solid for a P2, and now we're just like, okay, we're in the podium together. Try not to trip each other up, because it's still a good result regardless where we finish. So he thought about it, but he didn't. He chose to fight for another day. And I went a bit different. There's a bit of contact there, a bit of a nudge. Like not to hurt me. It was just a soft touch. Like no damage on my bumper. Nor was his bumper. So I got pretty lucky somehow. And we're about to go into this part where he tries again. And I was just keeping it on the dry line. Not giving anything, because every point counts for some. And I'm just trying to get the best out of myself and the car and the better understanding of how the dry line is evolving. And then, so we're in the last lap. This is all or nothing. I left him just maybe, and he fought twice or so, because I was not going to give up. So he tries again on the run up to turn 2, and then of course he tries once more for an overtake, and then all of a sudden it got to a point where he messed up. He went deep, and I was able to retake, having got my thinking cap on in terms of my positioning. So it's I'll let you guys decide what you think of that one, but you know, it's you know, that stuff like that happens, and then you just want to hold it all together best you can. And then even when you try to go for a move like that, then obviously it's risky, but obviously rewarding for some. So I was able to navigate my way through the final sector as Sammy Snaker takes the win by a country mile, even though he had front bumper damage. So what happened there? Oh, there's a spinning car. Oh, that's Jerome. Oh, so sorry to see that. I'm just really intrigued to see what happened there. Oh, he slipped. He slipped on that piece of that piece of curb. He started up being on the wet stuff and then slipped on the curb. Literally no chance to recover whatsoever. That reminded me of one of the racing competitors who did the same thing before in a league race. And then we've got Sammy Snake around the final 2 corners. Just keep it together, Sammy. Keep it together. Don't let that white car distract you. One more corner. And he's able to dance in this rain. It's okay, he's okay. He's got plenty of time to do that, so it's all good. It's all good. But if I would have been right up his backside, then he would have been like, oh, for goodness sake. And I was able to keep it together, and therefore I went on to take home a P2 finish with Cyberman having to settle the third. A bit of speed, and then he regains the confidence, and then I was able to get myself onto the wet part of it, to celebrate in front of my pit crew with appreciation. And that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, was the highlights of my Gran Turismo World Series Nations Cup race. And thanks to some of y'all for tuning in to say hello while passing by, and liking the and of course, yeah, enjoyed it regardless. I wasn't really sure what to expect results wise, but as it turns out that the lobby's not been too bad, and dropped on 3 people I know, which is a bonus. So I'll take home a P2, and then Sammy can have the win as well. So doing Yorkshire proud, aren't we, in the UK? So 30k. So, and then we close off the stream in the Escapes movies with a bit of music on. And thank you very much to those who are tuning in to say hello, and well done to those who took part of the first lot, and good luck to those who are yet to do a slot. And not a problem if any reason you cannot make it. There's always another opportunity for sure for the next one. Next time I'll be live is on Tuesday, so I'm debating which car will I be running. Probably something like Red Bull X2014 Junior car, something like that. That is one of the cars I'm really keen to try. For those who are interested, and you can directly get the car from Brand Central, and it's under Gran Turismo section. And yeah, so therefore that's something that I'm willing to try out to run an open lobby. So for those of you liking the content, hit the like button. For those of you that are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. May you all have a great day, great afternoon, wherever you are, whatever you're up to, and most of all, stay safe. And from myself, Dennis C, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.